Says I am live. Let's see. Yep, there's the little live sign. So it's one of those things where you never quite know when it's going to start. Well, let me kind of get some stuff out of the way here. Hey, Calvin, thank you for joining. So I received this box in the mail from BuildTak. At least that's what I'm hoping's in it. We're going to let the stream stabilize here. It's a little bit jittery, it looks like. In fact, let me double check something, make sure I've got my carbonite shut off. Let's see. Hey, Jeffrey, thank you for joining. Carmen, thank you. If I don't turn off this carbonite, it is going to start backing up at the worst possible time. There we go. Playback seems fine? Cool. Sweet. Throw the mice out of the way. So once again, box came from BuildTak, and I want to see what's in it. And I forgot to bring a knife with me, so I'll just use a screwdriver. I want to definitely thank BuildTak for whatever is in this box ahead of time, because anything is appreciated. Ooh, got packing material. Ooh. So I already have a BuildTak spatula, but a second one is never too bad to have. Thank you so much. Oh, is this what I think it is? Good Lord. So they sent me a message recently and asked me, said, what printer do you use the most? And one of the printers I still love the most of all of my printers is the Me Creator 2. And so they asked me for the build dimensions of it. So I gave them the dimensions. That's the last I heard from them. All of a sudden, I come home last night and found this box on the front porch. So I wanted to open it last night, but I just didn't have the time to do it. So I figured tonight was a good time to go ahead and get over here and do it. So I'm going to go ahead and put that over to the side. Ooh, the good stuff. Oh, man. Let's see what we got here. I think I know what this is, but let me get out of the package and make absolutely sure. Okay, so they sent me a couple stickers. Oh, that one's kind of different. That goes on a window or something. You can't really see it. It's all in white. Oh, so that's a Flexplate. Ooh, more BuildTak. Flexplate system installation. Oh, that is cool. Start by placing the magnetic mounting base on your printer to verify that it'll fit your print bed. Then make sure that your print bed is clean and free of debris. Use the pull tab to remove the clear liner from the magnetic mount base, exposing the adhesive. Position and align the magnetic mount base over the print bed and press firmly to adhere. Start at one end of the base and work your way to the other, ensuring the magnetic base is flat and completely adhered to the print bed. Sweet. Oh, man. Thank you so much, BuildTak. This is cool. So this must be the magnetic sheet. No, that's the Flexplate right there. Cool. So this, yeah, wow. Flexplate system. I got to look into this a little bit, read the instructions a little bit better. So is that the Flexplate? Now remove clear liner to before adhering to the build. This is the piece that goes down to the build plate. And then this is the flexible plate that the BuildTak will go onto. Sweet. That is cool. Let's see what's in the comments here. Carmen's saying goodbye. Have a good one, Carmen. Thank you. Yes, I am freaking out, Calvin. CKB, thank you for joining. So this is the magnetic base. And then the flex plate. Oh, wow, that sticks good to that. You know what? Let me just go ahead. Let's set some stuff off over here to the side. I'll bring the instructions back over here close by. Bring this BuildTak over. I grab my printer. I actually have it right down here. Oh! Now this piece of BuildTak, I wish I could find the date of when I changed it. Calvin and I forget who else it was. They got all over me because I changed out the piece on here originally. This is only the second piece of BuildTak that I had used on this machine. The first one, when it quit sticking, I just went ahead and removed it, not realizing that if I would have just kept on wiping it down with some rubbing alcohol before I started printing, I could just keep on using the same sheet and print it forever. This sheet is over a year old, and I mean it's getting a little bit slick, but it's still, if I wipe it down with rubbing alcohol, I have no problems at all still getting a print to stick to it. So I think it's time to go ahead and switch it out. I kind of feel bad about doing it, but you know what? This is a whole lot better. Adhesive is coming off the BuildTak. Let's see if I can get a good hold on it here. There we go. Got it. That's definitely been a good sheet of BuildTak right there. It's battle scarred, but you know what? It has been a great sheet of BuildTak, that's for sure. So I'm going to grab some rubbing alcohol and wipe this down a little bit. Let's see. I keep some dollar store napkins underneath the desk. Okay. Oh. So there's my 91% alcohol, rubbing alcohol that I use. I bought this bottle probably 6 months ago. I just use a little bit at a time. Give it a nice clean surface to adhere to. I imagine it would have been just fine, but can't be too careful. There we go. So while that is doing its thing, letting it dry, let's go ahead and put the BuildTak onto here. Actually, I'm going to grab another napkin, wipe that down. I have to frame it. Oh, man. I want to get my fingerprints off of that. Give the sheet a good surface to adhere to. There we go. That will work. I got got all kinds of goodies under the desk. Yeah, I do. By the way, has anybody noticed this thing back over here? Just came off the printer not even a half hour ago. Turkins did a great job on that. That is cool. I'm going to have the video for that out into next week. Okay, so that's looking pretty dry, and this is looking dry. Actually, let's go ahead and do the BuildTak on here first. Come on, baby. I'll get right to the edge if I can, but that will work. Close enough. See a little bit of a silver edge on it, but not bad. Okay, let's go ahead and get that pulled off of here. I might try recentering if it's not stuck completely. And let's just double check this. Let's see, start by placing the magnetic mounting base to your printer, verify that. Okay, position it. Put down your bear, which I did that already. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Well, that didn't seem right. I think I just pulled that tab off of what's supposed to come off. There we go. Don't drop it. There we go. Now this printer has kind of a border to it, as you can see by the first sheet I pulled off of it. So I just want to kind of center it. Just eyeball it. Oh, that's pretty. Wow. I wish I had got that a little bit straighter, but I don't want to mess up that BuildTak. It's, you know what? It's pretty much even with the edge right there. I think that's going to be good. And then that holds. Look at that. Now that nozzle's going to move, but that is sweet looking. Oh, wow. All I got to do now is just re-level the bed, and it'll be good to go. That is sweet. Thank you so much, BuildTak. I definitely owe you a high five and probably my soul and everything else whenever I see a Maker Faire. That is awesome. Let's see, this was all's going in the chat here. A skewed view 3D. You're getting ready to get flooded. Good evening, people. Actually, good morning. It's almost 2 a.m. here. Wow. It's 10:54 here right now. Rover, thank you very much for joining. I don't think there's a Thingiverse file yet on that. That's we need to talk to Turkins and have them put it up. What's this raid from F3D PHC? Let's see. Oh, wow. I have no idea what that means. 7:55 a.m. there. Wow. Are you in Australia or where are you at? 3D Gunser? How I do it. Thank you for joining. Fun King. Thank you. Wow. 7 a.m. Man. It still blows my mind whenever I do live streams of where all different people view this from. It just is amazing to me. It still blows my mind every time I start thinking about it. Iceland. That's cool. F3D PHC. Please, somebody tell me what that means. It's a Twitch thing, okay? Oh, thank you, 3D Guster. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. El Paso, sweet. Man. Calvin, distractions. Brent, very good. Australia, sweet. Thank you for joining. What time is it in Australia, by the way? Oh, Friday night 3D hangout. I didn't even think of that. I hope I didn't come in on anybody's stream over there. Man. 9 p.m. Eastern time. Cool. Yeah, I used to have the job I had before up at Sears. I could take and watch the streams of stuff back when I had my office. The position I have now, I don't have that luxury. I'm out on the sales floor every day, so I can't get away from it no more. 34 degrees Celsius today. 6 p.m. Oh. Belgium. Thank you very much. Man. It's 94 degrees in Fahrenheit. Wow. That's getting pretty warm. It wasn't too long ago we had that kind of temperature, and now right now it's I believe it's about 50 degrees outside Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what that breaks down to Celsius, to be honest with you. I should be learning that. But man. What's this, Calvin? This is the face of Jimmy going, people watch my stream. So what did I unbox? BuildTak sent me their Flexplate system for the Meat Creator 2. And it's actually a pretty sweet setup. All I had to do is wipe down the bed, the aluminum bed that I have on here. Wipe that down really good to make sure it's nice and clean. Peeled the back off the Flexplate magnet, stuck that down, and then the Flexplate, you just put it in place, and wherever you put it, it sticks down tight. That thing does not want to move around. But that is so cool. I can't thank BuildTak enough. And so they sent me a sheet of BuildTak to go along with that. And looks like I have is it one sheet? Yeah, looks like there's a spare sheet here. So probably about a year and a half, I'll be changing out to another one. That's one thing about it. If you have BuildTak, definitely get the spatula, because the spatula makes such a difference when it comes to saving your BuildTak. It really does do the trick. In fact, the BuildTak spatula that I've got, where's that? That's the one that I got back when I very first started doing the 3D printing. I went and got one, even though I had a glass bed on my GTEK Micro, or it's a GTEK Prusa i3 aluminum printer. Even though it had a glass bed, one of the first things I picked up was a BuildTak spatula, because it gives you that ability to get underneath the print and you're not chiseling away at it and stuff like that. It's dull enough to where it's not going to take and do a lot of damage, but it's just sharp enough to get underneath the edge if you can kind of get underneath it. And so I originally started using it with that. And then, of course, once I got this printer, first thing I did is I ordered the BuildTak. Painter's tape is cool, but BuildTak just holds a lot better. And so I started using that. And in fact, a lot of times with the BuildTak, I always have to heat it up a little bit in order to start getting it to peel off. But I love that stuff. And man, I can't thank them enough. Send that, and along with another BuildTak spatula. That is awesome, man. So you just got the 12-inch build plate for your printer. That's cool. Yeah, I've always wanted. I've never seen one in person. In fact, yeah, that is cool. That's going to make it so much easier to take prints off. You just flex it a little bit, and that breaks it off, and then you can use the spatula to take it off the rest of the way if you need to. That is cool. I'm awful tempted to go ahead and level this bed real quick and give it a shot. I might as well, right? Let's see, what have I got here in the way of a power cord close by? There we go. That will work. Let's go ahead and put that off to the side. I have to move this around a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. Make sure, yep, no burrs there. I'll show you my janky way of doing a bed level. In fact, let me just go ahead and crank that down a little bit because I don't want it jamming up against it too bad. Okay, let me find a piece of paper. Actually, I think there's one right there. Why not use a TiVo one, right? Okay. The Meat Creator 2's got 3 mount points. So what I usually do is I just go ahead and let's go ahead and take this and disable the steppers. I just take it to the center of the bed back there. Actually, almost bottomed out. I may have to do a little bit more of adjustment as far as something a little bit more important on it. Yeah, I've got that pretty much bottomed out. So what I'm going to have to do is drop that down a little bit. I'll have to take and loosen up my end stop, drop it down a little here, and then that way it should give me the clearance I need. Ironically, that's one thing I've never done on this machine. I've never had to touch it. Let's see, I think this one's too small. Yep, so there's another one laying around here somewhere. Just try using one of these. One of these got to work. Nope. Yep, that will work. because I've got the springs bottomed out already on the print bed, so I want it to be a little bit springy. Kind of get the springs back up where they belong. Okay. Kazolar, thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much, and have a great night. Okay, let's go ahead, prepare. Auto home. Disable the steppers. And let's see if I put it too far. Yeah, since it's got 3 mounting points, I just take it to the center of the rear mounting point. It went too far. That's what I was afraid of. I see, normally I wouldn't do this on camera. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, so let me go ahead and raise that back up a hair on the end stop. I just took it down too far. Just need to take it about halfway. Okay. Let's screw that back down a little bit. If he breaks it, he'll just break out the welder. He knows me too well. There we go. Hear that? I'm going to have to replace those bearings pretty soon. They're getting pretty wore out, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to move it a little bit more. Stepper just that. I didn't move it that far, I didn't think. Maybe I did. I must have been at the very top of the slots. There we go. Got it. And got it. Okay, that should do it. There we go. There we go. I'm just going to leave it fairly loose. Take it up to this other, around the other mount point. Good enough. Yeah, those bearings are getting pretty wore. Now, the thing about BuildTak is you don't need it to be squished down too far, or you're going to have a nightmare trying to get your prints off. Take it back to that point. I think we're good. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and drop that down because I don't like it getting too heated up whenever being right up against it. Let's see, what do I have on this SD card? Harry line's going to be too long. Window hook. No. Dog's going to take too long. I got a benchy on here. I can try a benchy out. Let's just go ahead and prepare. Preheat PLA. Preheat PLA. Because I have got to get some PLA on there. That's right. I gave away my other spool holder. One of my nephews got a 3D printer for Christmas, and so on Monday I went and met up with him and everybody, and I went ahead and I gave him a spool and a roll of filament. So let me go ahead and grab the one off the TiVo real quick. Let's do something other than black. Black's too depressing. What color should I print with? Anybody got an idea? Let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's do it in some yellow. I haven't used any of this yellow yet. So this is a roll of AMZ 3D. Oh, that's ABS. Ah, no. Never tried ABS on this, so have I? You know what? Why not? That's no big deal. We'll just go ahead and give it a shot. I didn't pay any attention at all if that was ABS. That's all right. Print the bushings. That's a good idea, actually. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and prepare for ABS. $240 and 100 degrees on the bed. I honestly don't think we have to have the bed that hot. Caution to the wind. Make it sound like I live dangerously. There we go. It's looking good. Actually, yeah, 240 is going to be about right. Cool. Let's go ahead and from SD. I got to be fast on this part. We're going to go with a 3D Benchy G code, and then tune nozzle to 240. There we go. Bed. I'm not going to worry 100. I trust the BuildTak. We're just going to take it up to 80. That way it won't take forever. Let's see here. There's 20 people in here. Well, thank you very much for joining. I didn't expect that. Yeah, 240 feels good. I think that's going pretty good. In case everybody wonders, that's how I usually find the temperature on a new roll of filament. Is I'll just keep adjusting the temperature until I can extrude it without a whole lot of effort, but with a little bit so that it's not just continually oozing out. That's looking pretty good right there. Where are we at on temperature? Nozzle, we're good. Bed, we're getting ready to hit temperature right now, so she should start any moment. Yeah, Calvin's been working on a pontoon setup. That's going to be pretty interesting to see how that works. Why are we not printing yet? Oh, there we go. Go ahead and extrude a little bit more plastic. I don't know why it's all the way over there. Pull that off of there. At least it's going to print. That's the main thing. It's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. I'm trying to remember, did I use this machine? Maybe I did use this machine for printing the ABS hooks. I believe I did use the meat creator too, just thinking about it. Because I don't think I used the D200. I think it was this one that you did that with. No burnt fingers allowed. You know, I've burnt myself a couple times, but not very much. I don't actually grab the nozzle. I just grab the filament, and the filament cools so fast when it comes out of that nozzle. You can actually grab fairly high up. I hear the no-no. The fan just kicked in. we're living dangerously now. Let's get over here so I can take a look at it and see what it's doing. But you can't grab it now. You daring me? No, I wouldn't try it. That's actually a pretty cool color right there. I could have swore I had it. Let's see. PLA. So I do have a roll of of yellow PLA there. I thought it was PLA. This was PLA as well. So I forgot all about getting a roll of yellow ABS. So far, so good. It's going to be a pretty good test to see if with a 6-out BuildTak. I have no doubt it will, though. It should be just fine on it. Back when I printed these, I actually had to use some glue because the BuildTak, like I said, was getting pretty slick. You can see all the gouges and everything from all the use. That's been a great sheet of BuildTak, that's for sure. But I could still stick it on something. And what's funny is I actually, when I bought the BuildTak originally for this machine, like I said, I had the first sheet. Oh, wow, Eddie, thank you so much. Beer on me. I don't drink except for Cokes, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But whenever I originally bought the BuildTak for this machine, it came with 3 sheets. And so I put the first sheet on it, printed for about a month. Thought, okay, well, when it starts getting to where it doesn't stick, you just peel that one off, and you pop another one, and then that's when Calvin's like, "You idiot! You just ruined a perfectly good sheet." So that's the reason why that one's been on there for well over a year now. And then my third sheet, which I actually I was going to wait back and change onto this machine, it actually went onto the what's that called? Oh my goodness, the printer bought Smalls. I actually cut off for that size bed and stuck it on there. So that's where my third sheet went. So I actually haven't had an extra sheet of BuildTak for, well, ever since I did that build on that machine. So it feels good to have extra BuildTak now. You borrow the $5 for Coke. Not that kind of Coke, this kind of Coke. Unlikely Creators, thank you for joining. Long time no see. How have you been doing? So Rover's saying, I'm in the process of getting 3D printer channels under 1,000. Send me your list of YouTubers. I'll need name, subs, and link. Set up my spreadsheet. Oh, that's cool. It definitely helps people out if you can take and help them out to get started. What helped my channel out a lot in the very beginning was Chuck Hellybuck. He mentioned my channel at one point, and I think in one day I got like 40 subscribers in just one day, and it just blew my mind at the time. And if I remember, he was the one that helped me get over 1,000 subscribers. The Coke you drink out of Dane Hurry's head. Where did I put that? Oh, there we go. See, I was looking for a Diet Coke to bring out here, and I actually had a Diet Coke, so I found this one inside the refrigerator. So I thought I'm going to bring it out there for the video in order to film my video. But you know what? It's a special occasion. Should I drink a little bit of sugar? You know what? Yeah. Daniel, here's to you. Oh, that is cool. I love that model. Yeah, Calvin got a Moai today. Congratulations to him, man. I actually have a Moai here that is actually belongs to Lucky 13 Vinyl. And In fact, he was hoping to come back this weekend to pick it up, but I'm working all weekend at my other job, so we'll hopefully get together next weekend or sometime, maybe this week. I'll take it up there to him or something, because he's ready to start printing with it. That's going to be cool. I thought about trying to drink out of Daniel Norrie's head this direction, but that's just a little bit too awkward just to stare him in the eye while you're drinking. I do have to say, though, Turkins really nailed it for the size can. That fit perfectly. What am I printing? I'm printing a Binchy. How fitting, I'm printing a Binchy while drinking out of Daniel Norrie's head. Oh, I forgot how good real Coke was. A skewed view 3D. Just subbed and ring the bell for Unlikely Creators. Unlikely deserves it. So far, so good on the Binchy, it looks like. I don't see any lifting, so that's a good sign. Those beady eyes. So check out, I still got to take off the rest of the support material underneath his chin there. That's cool. Take a look in his ear. See that hole? That way it doesn't create the suction whenever you go to pull the can out. But this was printed with a TiVo Tarantula with no cooling fan. And this is at 0.3 layer height. It is just insane how well that printer printed. I still can't believe it. Yes, the chiseled chin right there. Wonder where Daniel is tonight. Anyway. Oh, that's right. It's a weekend over there, so he's probably sleeping in today. Is that a brainless joke? I mean, being able to see through the ear? No. It's functional. I really can't see how it's printing. Oh, goodness. Mario's asking how he can get a mug like that of his own. Okay, so I'm going to talk to Turkins first chance I get and try to convince him to go ahead and upload it to Thingiverse, because what he did is he took Daniel Norrie's bust that he had on Thingiverse, and he took and he hollowed out the head. He took and added a handle onto the back of it. And then on the inside, created a groove along the bottom and put the hole from one ear out the other, so that it gives it where it won't create a suction. And if it starts to get condensation inside there, it has a way of getting out of it to stay fairly dry on the inside. So he's actually got a pretty cool setup right there. So I'm going to talk to him and see if he'll go ahead and load that up to Thingiverse as a remake or however they have it worded. so that it shows that it actually came from Daniel Norey. What was in the BuildTak box? BuildTak? Yeah, it's BuildTak. They actually sent me their flexible Flexplate. So we're giving it the ultimate test here. We're printing a 3D Benchy and ABS because I accidentally opened up a brand new package of ABS. I didn't realize it was ABS when I opened it. And we're going to see how it prints here. Yeah, they also sent me another BuildTak spatula. So that is cool. Let's set that right there. Since this video is essentially brought to you by BuildTak. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been doing this live stream tonight. I came home last night, found the box sitting on the front porch, and so I wanted to open it last night, but then I got to thinking, well, Fiddle, I'm just going to go ahead and do it on a live stream. And I honestly didn't know if I was going to try putting it on there during the live stream, but thankfully I went ahead and did it. I do have to say, though, ABS has got a stench to it. It was funny. When I printed these, I didn't notice the smell of ABS. But on this particular spool, I'm noticing the smell of the ABS. I can smell it. So luckily I have a door kind of broke open a little bit there, so it's got some air circulating in here. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to be locked in the room with it. Overseeing put up on giveaway. The spatula? That's actually not a bad idea. Because I do have a spatula. I'll have to talk to BuildTak and make sure it's all right with them if I do that. What is the difference between ABS? ABS is essentially the same plastic that your Legos are made out of. It's a very heat-resistant plastic. It's also used for sewer pipe. It's used for almost any plastic piece that's inside your car. That is pretty much ABS. PLA is derived from pretty much plant material. It's a what is it? Kind of like a starch, Calvin? Is that what way you'd say it? It's pretty much like a plant-based plastic. So it's safer on the environment as far as production. Where this is more of a how do I want to word it? It's more of an oil-based type product. Where yes, cornstarch. Where your PLA. Let's see. Yeah, this one's PLA. Your PLA is actually brought up from cornstarch. It's plant-based, so it doesn't have the oil to it. So when you go to print with it, it smells more like you're printing with pancakes or something like that. It's got a more of a sweet smell to it. It's not harsh. Where this smells like melting plastic. It's like you took some plastic, you threw it in a fire, and now it's burning. That's what it smells like. That's going to be one rough looking benchy. I must have the temperature up a little bit too high or something. Let's take a look over on this side. Yeah, it's looking a little bit rough. Let's go ahead and just tune that temperature just a hair. Let's break it down to about 235. French toast. That's a good one right there. Yeah, this is the only corn starch consumed in the house here. Oh man, that's cool. Rover, I subbed you. Thank you very much. Vinci's coming along. I don't know if everybody wants me to stay on here until the Vinci's done or not, but if you want me to, I will. Right now, it's currently at, well, it's at 19%, so 20% now. So it could take a while. Of course, it's getting ready to come up to the point where it's going to have the upper part. I didn't think about that. I should try doing the post-print process on that because I do have acetone. So that might be a good idea to try that. I've never tried it before, to be honest with you. If you're not working in the morning, why not stay up? I am working at 11 o'clock tomorrow. But I can definitely stay for a while. That's no problem at all. One thing I have noticed is the skirt around the backside of the benchy here is actually lifted from the print bed, but as far as I see, the benchy itself is still even on the bed, so it hasn't lifted. So BuildTak is definitely doing this job, especially at 80 degrees. I don't have it turned up to the 100 degrees that I normally would put a ABS bed at. That's why I just did it up to 80. But I figured the BuildTak will hold it. The stock spool holder on my ANET A8 is not very good. It looks like you printed the blue one. Yes, I did. Let's spool a little bit of it there so I can bring it out. Stay. It actually prints on 3 pieces. There's this piece here, which I don't know if you can see that, prototype Asia. If you go on Thingiverse, it's on there. It prints with this piece, and it prints with this part here that prints just like that on the print bed. And then there's actually a little clip that's supposed to hold that in place. Honestly, I never got the clip to hold on to it, and it doesn't need it. The weight of the spool holds it on there perfectly fine. I've never had that axle pop off of there because of the way it's grooved. It just lays right in there, and I've never had it come off. So there's no reason for the clip. And up until Monday, I had 2 of those. I had a black one, which I believe that was the second one I printed. Before I started using the Meat Creator 2, I printed the black one just to have on hand for this. And then the blue one was the original one I did. I wish I could. I know I have a video on the Aluminum i3 where I printed the blue one, the one that you're seeing right here. It's a pretty cool print. Definitely worth printing. In fact, I think that actually is not a bad idea. I think I'll go ahead and I'll print another one on the TiVo Tarantula, and because definitely can't have too many spool holders. Still going at it. Calvin makes his from metal. Yeah, he does. Trying to see if it's printing any cleaner now that I turned that temperature down, but I can't tell. Ooh, Eddie's got CNC. Nice. No, Calvin, I'm not dissing your metal one. Now, your metal spool holders are really cool. It's just that I like the fact that you're able to just 3D print one. I just put the file on the printer, let it do its thing, and not have to worry about it. Just come back and pick up the finished product later. That's the lazy way of doing it. Mr. Carol Science, just to notice the amazing Daniel Ray mug. This is from Turkins. He took and he added a handle onto the back of Daniel Ray's bust and sized it for a standard Coke can perfectly. Yeah, I'm definitely hoping he either comes onto this stream or I can send him a message in a little bit. He should be getting up by any time, and ask him if he can go ahead and put that up on Thingiverse. Sure like that color yellow, though. That's cool. Yeah, this was actually the second Daniel Ray head that that I printed. This one right here was the first one, and the hole for his head was just 5 millimeters off, just a little bit, but it's just enough to where I really can't get it hollowed out right. So this one's definitely going on the shelf anyway. Stick it right up there by his little brother. Is that an open source cola can? Nope, it's completely closed sourced. Oh no. Don't you dare, Windows. Windows want to restart. For some reason, Windows keeps wanting to do a update on this computer, and it does the update. It goes through the deal, gets up to 83%, and then fails. So I'll power it off, power it back on, and then it'll usually try again, and then end up locking up, have to power off, power it back on, and then it restores the old version of Windows. And it's been doing that for the last 2 weeks. And I've went through and tried everything I could think of to try to correct it. I've finally am to the point where I'm giving up on it. Eventually Windows will either get it figured out or something. It's Windows 10. Eddie, your issue is you have Windows installed. CKB saying turn off the updates. It saves you the headaches. The only thing is I like to have the software patches put in place if I can. It just annoys me when here lately Windows has been messing up. They're not doing the research on whether it's compatible with different computer configurations and stuff like that. Just like they had to deal with AMD recently, to where it was crashing AMD computers. And I actually have one of those computers that got crashed. And they go and they fix the problem 2 days after they go and crash my computer. And to the point where I'm going to have to take another hard drive and I'm going to install it, put a clean version of Windows on that, and then that way it's not going to interfere with any of the other files. because I've tried the restore and everything else, and it won't restore it. Rover's saying you can do this using the Windows Update service via Control Panel Administrative Tools, and then access services. The service window, scroll down to Windows Update and turn off the process. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do, at least for the next week or so, until they get their stuff straightened out. It's getting very annoying. Calvin's out. Have a good one, Calvin. Thank you for joining. Your channel on Tuesday night. Is that Benchy printing right? That's one sad-looking Benchy. I definitely don't have that print tuned for ABS. It'll take them 2 months for them to fix minimum, more than likely. No computer has so much memory on it that it can't update Windows. Something don't look right with that model. I think I've selected the wrong model, to be honest with you. I think it's all the way over here to this corner, and it's actually broke off the number where it's supposed to be. I just noticed that. Hey, Daniel. Thank you for joining. How do you like your head? Once again, Daniel, this is printed on the TiVo tarantula at 0.3 layer height. Perkins took and hollowed out your head. I never thought I'd hear myself saying this. Even put a hole directly through your ear so that it creates a setup so that the can doesn't, it's not hard to pull out. It just doesn't create a suction. This is the file I sent you last night. This is that file, so it's definitely sized correctly. I'm glad you like it. Oh man. Yeah, this Benchy is not working right. So I'm going to go ahead and kill it. And let's just go ahead and see how that Flexplate works. There we go. Go ahead and yeah, the Benchy's right up. Next, he explains the reason why it's acting funny. Let's pull that off of there. It is a little bit warm, but not bad. The Flexplate definitely does work. A little bit ABS on there stuck, but that's all right. That is cool. I accidentally opened up a roll of ABS and started this print. And as you can see, somehow I selected the wrong print or something happened here because it was all the way to the one end. So it cut off the front of the benchy. Actually, I'm not. That camera's not going to pick that up. It's just too bright. The deck of it actually turned out really nice. I'm actually kind of surprised with ABS. Huh. I don't understand how come that model had that was like that. Because that apparently was just bottomed out all the way to the end there. Oh, man. Let's see. Excuse View 3D. Have a great night. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's a fail. Andrew, I hate it when people push the bed down. I know I hate doing that too, but at the same time, that's the fastest way a lot of times. Got a little bit of ABS stuck on there. That's all right. It'll come off eventually. But anyway, that definitely does work. And I could see that it'd work a whole lot better with PLA too than with ABS. But once again, I accidentally opened it up, so might as well try it a little bit. Oh, man. Well, I guess I better call it a night. It's getting close to midnight. Still got a little bit of Coke here to finish out. Daniel, thank you very much for joining. Cheers. That's definitely going to do that. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much, BuildTak, for sending me the Flexplate and for sending the BuildTak spatula and the extra sheet of BuildTak. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. And definitely, if you're looking for a good print service to use on your 3D printer, BuildTak is the one I've used on the Meat Creator since the very beginning, and I swear by it. That's my first experience with the Flexplate, and from what I can tell, it's definitely worth getting. I'm actually going to take and see about possibly getting it for the D200 as well, because that would be sweet to have something like that on that printer. But anyway, thank you very much for joining. Have a great night. Take care. And please join me and Calvin on Tuesday night over on his channel, 10:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and where we're going to be talking about stuff and things. Have a good one. Take care. Have a great weekend.